My name is Ana Menendez. I am the co-director on the Humanities Edge program. The Humanities Edge is an academic and career development program that supports humanities transfer students from Miami-Dade College to FIU. Four-year institutions have struggled with enrollment in the humanities, but I was surprised to see that at the community college level, they are robust. And the Mellon Foundation saw a need to fund and support the pathway from the two-year institution to the four-year institution. To me, that's a very important mission. How do we continue this momentum once students move on to the four-year institution? How do we support them so they stay in the humanities? The mission of the program is to persuade students and their parents that what they love of the humanities, which is art, history, English, philosophy, can be a pathway to a very meaningful career as well, and that they're not going to starve. We wanted to really examine how do we think about the humanities and what are the stories that we tell, what is the history we tell. And then after that, giving students the tools that they need in order to report their own stories, to make art of their own stories, to take their lives and see them as part of this stream of history and art, and give them the kind of financial tools through internships, through career preparation, so that they have the economic freedom to be able to make art that is meaningful to them and is reflective of their stories and their experience. The H.E.ART summer program, which stands for History, English, and Art, is a week-long event that goes from 8:30 in the morning to 5 o'clock every day, and it's packed with activities. We have panel discussions, we have workshops on how do you build a CV, how do you interview. We have a discussion about the path to the professoriate. What is an assistant professor? What's an associate professor? What's tenure track? What are some of the skills that you need to get the jobs that will give you the freedom to use your skills that you've developed? It culminates in a reception where students share the work that they've been doing throughout the week, which is this annotation of their personal object. Students bring in this object that's personally significant to them. We've had passports that belong to grandparents. We've had watches that grandparents have passed down. And then they spend the week researching the historical time of that object. And it's a way of getting students to understand that history is not something that happens outside of them. History is the life that their parents and grandparents and that they themselves are participating in. We give students the tools to begin to examine their own lives and their own stories. And throughout the week, they are working with these wonderful writing mentors who guide them in the research and the writing of their annotation, and also by Panther Super Mentors, who are students who went through the program last year. I'm moved, and everybody who is involved in this week is moved by the skills and the confidence that these students acquire. And of course, none of it would be possible without the strong support from the Mellon Foundation. When I look out throughout the week, what I see is students who are almost slowly waking up to the possibilities of their lives and what they can make of them. Students who are very invested in the arts, but unsure of where it will lead them. And my goal is to persuade them that if they study what you love, you will gain the skills you need to have a meaningful and productive life.